where your right ends, is where the other person's own begins. That you have freedom of movement does not mean you have freedom to walk into somebody's house without asking permission from him. That would be criminal trespass. That you have freedom of speech does not mean you should malign somebody. And let me give you this advice. When you want to talk about somebody publicly, don't. Okay. So, when I heard okay and laughed, I know you're hearing. So, when you talk about freedom of speech, and this is an advice I'm going to give you as a lawyer, even the truth you know, but you cannot prove, don't come out in the public and say it. Yes. The judge is not interested in the truth, He said, by the evidence before me. So anytime you want to go to the press or public, make sure you have the evidence to back up what you are saying. Otherwise, you will see yourself being destroyed for defamation. And you know that what you're saying is true. This is why, before I became a lawyer, any judgment that comes out, I say, you see, they bought the judge. They bought it. But when I became a lawyer, I say, hey, it's not in all occasions. The judge is not a spirit. So, that's it. Your freedom of assembly, as you know, it must be peaceful assembly. Once it turns riotous, when you start killing people or doing this, you are no longer protected under Section 40. So there is no freedom that is absolute. It is curtailed by the right of others. Now, having said that, I want to let you know, by my personal experience, that when people are pointing at you, it must not be that you are a bad person. I had this experience in Dubai. When I came down, and during the check-in, they checked me, checked my ear, removed my stockings. They will put one in the big toe. They didn't see anything. They checked again. Then the people that were pointing at me started getting closer. So the man now went and looked at them to give him sign. Why have you people been? He said, you don't know him? He's one of our African best actors. Hey, the man felt ashamed. As a cultured country, he took me aside and apologized. He said, from the time you came out of plane, you have been an object of interest. People were pointing at you. And we were thinking that they want to tell us that there is something terrible. You see where the Nigeria image comes in. Maybe if I was coming from America, they will ask, at least before marking me out as a bad person. Let me tell you one thing. Nobody has come out publicly to say the mother's soup is bad. As I fight for Nigeria within, I praise Nigeria outside. When I went to Hong Kong, let me conclude with this. I finished what I was doing in Hong Kong. Then we were importing empty cassettes. And I brought back my traveling. As in I had finished. When I went to the airport, they called me aside. He said, everybody that looked like you, when they come, they extend their visit. Why are you shortening your own visit? I said, because I finished what I'm doing. They said, does it mean you don't like our country? I said, your country is fantastic. I like it. But my own country is better. So they were forced to ask me, which country? I'm sure they were expecting to mention. I said, Nigeria. I saw how all of them gave me one kind sarcastic smile. So even me knew that they didn't believe me, but it's not my business. Why? The journey of bad leadership is temporal. But the damage you do to your country might be permanent. Why can't we unite together to fight so that our will in installing the leadership we prefer will prevail? There are not up to 5,000 politicians. And they would do abracadabra and we will run and keep quiet. No. When we rise up, it happened in Bangladesh. And the prime minister that was all in all ran away. I don't advocate military regime because I know that collectively, when democracy is collectively defended, it is resilient. Please, I thank you for listening to me. God bless you.